Okay, I'm saying this real quick because I forgot to do this in the video, but let me shout out to Seven Deadly Sin Grand Cross Discord for all this, and the Korean Jesus for translation, and maybe Grand Cross Database. I don't know if they using the translations for them, but thank you to them. Shout out to them. As you can see, they got everything here on Grand Cross Discord. They got game news all the time with translation. They also got guides for new players. So just check out the Grand Cross Discord. As you can see, I'm one of the mentors in there. You got Seka, you got Pinky, you got also mods who like to help you. If you want to check it out, I'll have the link in the description. I'm just saying this for the video, just because I forgot. So thank you guys, and just continue supporting, liking, and subscribing. Thank you and goodbye. Hello, this is Marillion. Welcome to my channel. Today we got some great news, as we got a time frame for global. As you can see, it says expected by March 31st, 2020. Well, this is just a fill-in time slot right here, but we are expecting global to be sooner than March 31st, hopefully. But it's just a fill-in. Now you can see, you can go to the website sdsgcnetmarble.com/English if you want to go to the official website. And then we also have some good news also for the Japanese and Korean servers, as now for the January 16th update, they will be improving the card system. So card usage rule while inactive, frozen, petrified, and stunned. You can now select a grayed out card when you're inactive. If you use remove debuff skill cleanse, the card will be changed to a usable card. If you don't use a remove debuff skill, the gray card will be discarded and instead increase your hero's ultimate gauge by 1. Also, if you're still debuff state, the card selected will be discarded and will increase your hero's ultimate gauge by 1 again. So basically, and then when a cleanse card is applied, the cards are shown grayed out. Note that the cleanse card must be active first for the instance to incur. So basically this update, people say it's to just nerf, frozen, petrified, stun. So basically like King Broom, which people usually have a hard time facing before all this because of the petrified. They usually, like for King Broom, which consists of King, Galther, Hellbroom, and Merlin, they usually just petrify you until they get ult. So they might triple petrify you, double petrify you, and usually can't do nothing. So they basically, people assume that it's gonna nerf them, but to me, it's really not gonna nerf them. It's gonna most likely help them, since most players, to counter King Broom, they usually petrify or stun them back. And now the King Broom also has a chance to get debuff and also attack you too, especially since they utilize King, which has a cleanse card. So it's not really a nerf to King Broom, but it is going to help some players all out who has trouble facing debuffs. And also down here, you will be able to use cards when you are sealed, attack, debuff, buff, ultimate gauge, heal. If you use a cleanse skill, the gray card will be changed to a usable card. So yeah, if you cleanse, you can also use the gray out cards. So you use the cleanse card, then use the silver. You can use it if you cleanse first. So you won't be attack seal locked. Like, I know how some people complain about getting attack seal locked from Red Gal. So that's gonna save you if you get a cleanse card, which is gonna be range based if you try to get a cleanse card. Also, if you're still in debuff state, the card selected will be discarded and will increase the hero's ultimate gauge by 1 again. So you're gonna get gauge. Original ally hero skill grayed out and cannot be selected. Change ally skill is gray but can be selected. When a cleanse skill is used first, the skill used will work normally. So New Year's banner and events will be gone this update. Once the event is over, you cannot use the draw tickets. You'll be able to sell tickets at the item warehouse after the event period. So basically with this, it's just to nerf all the petrified stuns and attack skill that you might get attack skill locked, that Red Gal usually does, since attack skills is basically most of what people use in PvP mostly. Because people don't usually use debuffs because they have like lower multiplier, lower damage. They don't usually use debuffs attacks like that. And so that's basically what this is going to do. It's going to help out with PvP, which is, it's okay. But for people who think that it's going to nerf King Broom, it's really not going to really nerf them. It's probably going to help them most, since then they can also get ult back and also take your gauge, because they still use Hellbroom, who takes your gauge, and they can still petrify you if they have the King Cleanse. So people probably going to just go for their Kings, probably try to one turn their Kings, so they won't be able to cleanse. Or maybe, yeah, so be able to cleanse, so they're gonna go one turn their King probably. But that's it for the PvP based, the PvP improved card system. I don't think it's just PvP. I think it's just in general, I think. Or maybe it is for PvP only. Because if it's for PvE, that's also nice too. PvP ain't really that hard for me, really. I doubt for any other player, PvP. And for the January 16th update part 2, you have Hell Deck is now added for boss raid, so which is a plus, since people tired of just having one spot for their teams. So that's a plus. And reappearance of diamond packages, that's also cool. That's nice. That's nice. Then final boss reappearance. Final boss season 1 and 2, King and Galther is coming back. Every time you play the final boss mission, you get 1 gem. That's nice. I mean, King was the hardest at first because players didn't have that much level, and also the good units available like Green Escanor and all that. So King and Galther probably gonna be super easy now, which is a good thing. And then we also got the 14-day package is now available. Received up to 280 gems in the span of 14 days, January 16th to 30th. I think with the diamond package, I'm pretty sure with the diamond package is like you get you use 250 gems to get like 280 gems in the span of 14 days. I mean, for new players, it might be worth it. I don't think it's worth it because what you get from the span of 14 days, because usually it's basically like an investment. So if you want to wait like 14 days to get your investment back, it's kind of okay. And all previous story events will be available from January 16th to January 30th story update. And then part 2 of the movie chapter will be added in the game. After clearing chapter 9, new fighting festival, the movie chapter will be available. And as you can see Red King Bellion is going to be on a step up banner. As you see his costumes. And then 4 new engraving heroes included: Bellion, Elat, Lilia, and Valenti. Basically, I was really shocked to see these 4 get engraving heroes before we get like the Merlins, the Hausers, Hendrickson. I was really surprised to get these 4 first before those. But I mean, it's okay. It's potential in maybe Lilia and Valenti, because I think Green Lilia has the most potential, and Valentine also for a height defense, maybe if you want to run that with UR. And then the new hero appearance: Harley Quinn, Red King, Bellion. As you can see right here, the step up banner, they're gonna be appearing, new characters. And we got King. As you can see his skills, Red King skills. He deals 188 damage to all enemies and still recovery skill for 2 turns. That's with the gold card. And with the second skill gold card, deals 200 damage to all enemies and apply explosion for 1 turn. Explosion deals 100% damage for 1 turn later. And then he obviously got the regular old skill, which is deal 420% crushing damage. Crushing ignores enemy patient. But the real thing is his passive, PvP only. Reduce all enemies penetration in half. In addition, increase or decrease the penetration will also be reduced by half. So basically Netmarble is tired of penetration meta. Honestly, with Red King also being included, they are tired of penetration. A lot of players are tired of penetration because they tired of getting 1 turn by Blue Demelli Blue Demeli is probably gonna be gone and extinct because of Red King, and then they also gonna have Valency. But Red King also passive also counters a little bit of Valency passive, so they won't have like, so it won't be a op combination of these two, as because he can also decrease the penetration, increase the or decrease the my bad. Apply addition, increase or decrease the penetration will also be reduced by half. So basically he's going to counter Valency's passive that reduces penetration. So instead of like maybe say you have 50% that you take 50% penetration, 50% patience, so you can reduce 50% of the team penetration. Red King is gonna make that into 25%, and instead you'll have you'll reduce the enemy penetration in half with Red King, but Valency passive would make it be like 25% instead of the 50% because of Red King passive. And as you can see, Belion skill, he does, for the gold card, deals 300% crushing damage to all enemies. Crushing ignores patience. Guess it's okay. And then for the second one, deal 450% damage to a single target enemy and reduce ultimate gauge by 3, which is alright. It's alright, I guess. And then his ult deals 525% damage to all enemies. And I heard it goes up to, if max ult, 788% damage. And his passive is, if a hero gets debuffed, they receive 30% of their HP, which they don't mean like your team. It's basically just for him. So the passive is just for him. He will get the 30% of recovered HP if a debuff is removed. So don't think it goes with your team. Of course, I know how some of the translations might seem confusing, but it only goes to him. That's what's been said with his skill. His passive. But with Belion, he's not bad, but look at his stuff. He has attack and attack. Now the problem with that is you can get attack sealed and have your hand locked. But with the new cards improvement system, you'll be able to discard them maybe. But you probably won't want to risk discarding maybe if you ranked up it already with a red Galta card. You don't want to discard a silver or gold. So it's going to be hard using him. I wouldn't say he's bad, but I won't say he's super good. I would say he's like an okay unit. He's probably going to be good maybe in mid-tier PvP maybe. I doubt you'll want to use him in PvE because he's just a selfish passive basically. You don't really want a selfish passive. You want a passive for PvE that helps everyone. But it's okay. Like crushing damage to all enemies. For PvE, you ain't gonna want that. You don't really care about this. And that's the gold card especially. You don't really care about the crushing and numerous patience. Then deals 450% damage to a single target enemy and reduce ult gauge by 3. You're really not gonna care about that really for PvE. Like there's way better PvE units you could use instead of Belion. So I wouldn't recommend like trying to max them maybe, in case unless we find out something op with him. But I doubt it really is something op with him. And the additional information on the 280 gem package. And as you can see, the package costs 250 gems. In return, you'll be able to get 280 gems in the course of 14 days with the additional rewards shown below. So with this one, let me open it up. 280 diamonds, 28 diamonds. It's not really okay. Let me zoom in more. Yeah, 20 diamonds for 1 day, 2 days, and you just get these extra stuff like 5 action potions, strength tome. It's not really worth it in my opinion. It's not really worth it. It's not really worth it for me. And then you got hero balance. Now this one, thank you Netmarble. Thank you. You got Elat's ultimate skill has been buffed. This skill lasts 4 turns instead of 3, and the defense related skill has been increased from 40 to 60% to 100% to 150% if you have max ult. Now guess what I got? Elat max ult. So I'm going to have so much fun playing with that 150% boost. I gotta make some PvP videos trying to use her, because that just so clutch. 150%. Like, I just knew she was gonna get this buff. I know they was gonna do a new unit like that, like they did the old units. Like, you got Blue Demon Handy that's in the Forgotten Place, Regilla in the Forgotten Place. I just knew they was gonna buff her sooner or later, especially since I think New Year Ellie, one of the skills give her like more than 60% of defense related skills. So how is the skill, new unit skill, better than someone's ult? I just knew they was gonna buff that. They definitely messed up with that one. And then you got the king stat increase. You know, the blue king, green skinny king, blue fat king, red fat king, green fat king. I mean, it's decent stat upgrades. He ain't really need it, really. He's still probably gonna be fragile, but I'll take the extra CP. And then, as you can see, step up banner, Obelion. He'll also be added in the pool after the banner has ended. So it's not like it's a limited banner, which you must try to go for it. It's just he gonna be in a regular pool either way. So you don't really need to if you really want him, because he looks okay. Looking at the skills, he looks okay. I'm not gonna try to say he's gonna be terrible or super good. He just looks okay, in my opinion. You know, any unit can have potential later in the future, but right now, as seen with his skill, it don't look like he has potential at this moment. Maybe later, if he has the right units set up in synergy. And then some heroes will not be added in hero pool for this banner, but this banner does include Green Lilia, Valentine, Blue Lilia, Red King. Now, with all those 4 names, you should definitely summon. If you're into PvE, PvP, you should definitely summon, because especially if you're a new player, because you get the chance at these 4 units, which they all are good. Blue Lilia is good for PvP, PvE, and she was also good for PvP. I don't know about that now with the penetration getting nerfed with the Red Kings and the Valentine that's already counted as penetration. But for PvE, Blue Lilia and Blue Demeli penetration team is very good at farming, of course. And Valentine, she's good on solo gray and also PvP. She's gonna be really good with PvP. Maybe people are gonna try to use her with Red King and see if it's better with those two together or without. We'll have to see. And then Green Lilia has the passive of reduce skill damage. I think it's like skill damage by 16% or 14%. It's either one of those, which is also clutch. I still see people using Green Lilia in ungeared PvP, which is very shocking, because I thought Green Lilia doesn't exist and Green Gear was everything in ungeared. But people still use it, I guess maybe for CP. So I mean, these units are all good. These are all good units. The one that's questionable is Bellion, which I don't really like. I don't really like his skill set, especially since I experienced with Green Lilia, Valentine, and Blue Lilia, and I can tell you from firsthand that they are good. And then Red King will be only available in this banner and not the other banners. Bellion normal hero banner. It will be added in the hero pool after this banner. Valentine, Green Lilia, Blue Lilia will come in the future, but won't be in a normal hero pool after this banner. So that means, as it says, note these are 2 separate banners. So if these are 2 separate banners, I think it's saying like it's 2 separate banners. So if they not included in this one step up banner, and it's just a separate Red King banner with all these units, then I would just go for these. I would go for this banner if it's 2 separate banners, maybe. Unless it's saying that after Beyond Bellion, that he will get another banner, which maybe have Red King with him. But I doubt that. I doubt that. I'll have to see it to believe it. And as you can see, note in case people misunderstood, the Korean Jesus. He says, in case people misunderstood, Belial passive, his passive is only for himself and not ally. As you can see, his passive is just for himself. But this update is pretty nice. You got news for global, stats increase for king, which is okay. The godly elat buff, which I love. I love the ultimate buff. And it's just new content that we've been thriving for. Cause I know it's been a few dead weeks, or just one dead week. People make it seem like it's like 3 years of being dead. But thank you guys for watching. This is Marilli, and I'm out. Peace.